Good day. I'm Winleigh and I'm a second year foundation phase student. This presentation will consist of why CAPs are important and the use of teaching math through rotational activities. Captions work consistency in what is taught in schools. It is beneficial for learners and teachers, fostering a more organized learning environment. CAPs promote equal opportunities for all learners. It includes guidelines for assessments. The five content areas are numbers, operations, and relationships, functions, patterns, and algebra, space and shape, measurement, and data handling. The first content area is numbers, operations, and relationships. It develops a sense of numbers. It gives a different meaning to numbers. It differentiates between the kinds of numbers and explains the different size numbers. Patterns functions in algebra is the language for communicating in math. It describes patterns through graphs or tables. It also analyzes and identifies different patterns. Space and shape improves understanding of patterns. It focuses on properties and relationships and also transformations. Measurement enables learners to make estimations. It helps them to understand reasonable estimations and results. Data handling enables learners to work with data rather than objects. It also enables learners to work with forms of new data representation. The weightings. The numbers, operations, and relationships have the highest weightings. This is because it helps learners to become familiar with basic operations like addition, subtraction, division, and timetables. Learners need to have a secure number sense and operational fluency. The best learning theory for teaching math is a theory that will help learners engage, help them understand what is being taught, giving them hands-on activities so that they understand better. Math anxiety can be prevented by creating a love for math. Math anxiety can be a negative experience for learners. This will leave them feeling uncomfortable and having a low self-esteem. To create a love for math, teachers can help learners improve their attitude towards math, encourage them to use math daily, offer various learning materials to help struggling students, and get to know the learners. This will help teachers to identify which learners are struggling with math. The lesson plan structure. It is important for teachers to follow these steps for a lesson plan. To decide what is going to be taught, this will follow to the lesson objective. The lesson objective is what the learner should know or able to do by the end of the lesson. The topics for the lesson must be chosen. The objectives is the outcome of the lesson plan. The methods of assessment, the way in which you will assess if the learners reach the objective. The introduction of each lesson should be 15 minutes. It's a whole class activity, so all the learners must partake in this introduction. It must include counting, mental math, and estimation. This is an independent activity. This is for the whole class without the attention of the teacher. It can include workouts, math, games, patterns, etc. These activities consolidate what was done in the introduction and math concepts already taught. The small group activity. This group will have all the attention of the teacher. You will teach them new concepts each week. They must do a practical activity. The teacher will observe them and help one on one for those learners who are struggling. The group will change daily. Every small group should have a consolidation. The lesson conclusion. The purpose is to bring the math lesson to close. This is discussed what learners achieved in the lesson and what they struggle with. The extended activity is for learners who finish before the others, the early finishers. This is an independent activity. Worksheets don't accommodate all learners. Worksheets focus on short-term success. It is best to use manipulatives. Thus, engage in problem solving. It also develops and utilizes spatial memory. It connects different concepts in math. It also represents math ideas in various ways. The outcome of the four stations, the four activities, is that learners will be able to use resources such as the money chart, number chart, dominoes in different store items at stations for activities. They will actively engage in the activities by using these resources. This is the table for how the activities will rotate. The counting activity. The learners will use the number charts to count. They will be given books, and each group, by the table, the learners must count how many different animals they can spot in the books. The teacher will observe how the activity is done. Adding and subtracting. Um, by each table, a pack of dominoes will be placed. If the side of the domino is like this, the children will add 6 plus 4, which will give them 10, and also subtract 6 minus 4, which will give them 2. This will also be a formally assessed and observation activity for the teacher. The money, the money station. There will be a money chart where they will see how the money coins and notes look like. They will be familiarized with the money, and also there will be items placed with prices on by a table. The learners must choose two items which they want to buy, and they must calculate how much money they need to put together to buy those two items. Describe, compare, and order activity. This is a small group activity. The learners will count from 1 to 20 by the introduction. They will arrange the numbers from smallest to greatest by also making use of the number chart. They can use the number chart to make sure. The teacher will ask questions like what comes before 12, what comes after 13, and etc. To conclude these activities, the teacher will ask questions about the struggles and successes of the activities. They will be formally assessed and observed. The learners must remember that numbers does not change, it is placed in a different order. The concepts of adding and subtracting stay the same. It is important to use math daily. Thank you.